Well, in fact, this comes just a day after President Zelensky has addressed the US Congress. Remember, that was an emotional moment for the president, given the fact that he's once again reminding the world leader, that is Joe Biden, to stand up and be a world leader, bring in the world peace that one is seeking for. Now, this comes in the backdrop of that horrific bombing that's taken place of a drama theatre in Mariupol, where we're given to understand thousands may have lost their lives. But one good news that has come in right now, we're being told that the evacuation is still being carried out at the drama theatre, and there is a possibility of some lives that may not have been lost in that bombing. They are trying to evacuate the people, because remember, there have also been satellite imagery of the drama theatre in which you could see just on both the ends of the drama theatre inscription right from a top angle that one can see written children. But despite that, the Russians have carried out the bombing. You've already heard the president's advisor, Mr. Podolak, once again saying that this is nothing but a war crime. This comes at a time when the negotiations are on, but the bombings at the same time also taking place. So that is the reason why somewhere down the line, while all of this is happening, you also have this intense war of words taking place between Russia and Ukraine. We've heard the president already delivering that speech in which he says there is a high time that you need a new alliance. This new alliance should be basically focusing on protecting all nations in the face of this kind of aggression that Ukraine has faced. But a response should come in really within 24 hours. That's what is the need of the hour. While all of this is happening, United States has also now promised Ukraine that there would be more delivery of weapons in the days to come. So as far as the negotiations go, Ankit, as I said, there cannot be any timeline that can be attached to the negotiations at this point in time. It may take a little bit longer. It could be more than one had expected. But having said that, both sides still insist that the negotiations are on. They're trying to work out a compromise formula. In fact, they've also detailed out in an interview that has been given by the Minister of Foreign Affairs to a local newspaper here, rather a news portal, in which he's categorically pointed out that what exactly are the contours of the security guarantees that they are talking about. They are essentially asking that the security guarantee should entail the presence of other countries. The other countries should also guarantee the securities of Ukraine, and not just Russia. So you're looking at a rather larger umbrella at this point in time, so that Ukraine feels much more secured than what it was in the past. Time and again, they're invoking the Budapest Memorandum, saying that it's really not worked out. Both the countries had basically signed the Budapest Memorandum, and in that, there were not enough protection, and that is the reason why we are witnessing a full-fledged invasion that's taking place. In terms of numbers of casualties that have taken place, remember the American intelligence reports now suggesting that Russia may have lost about 7,000 of their troop members, and that would essentially also be reflected on the ground, because remember, they haven't been able to even till now as we speak, they haven't been able to really capture Kiev, their initial plan. Kharkiv being the second largest city in Ukraine, that too still remains under the control of the Ukrainians. Late last night, we were given to understand that Melitopol's mayor, who was abducted by the Russian troops, he's also now been released. The president spoke to him late last night. A video has now been released by the president's palace. So all that put together, the situation, while all the talks are taking place, yes, you have incidents of bombardments that are taking place in and around Kiev also. We were told this morning there were bombings that were taking place. The reason why we are now reporting from a bunker is because of the kind of precautions that one will have to take, given a situation where you have rebel leaders from Chechnya being brought in. So the fear at this point in time is that what happened in Syria could actually take place here in Ukraine, and that needs to be avoided, because beyond the missile strike, beyond the aerial bombardment, you are also looking at intense street fights taking place. And if you have these rebel leaders who have been brought in from Chechnya and Syria, things could become much more worrisome than what it is at this stage.
Absolutely, Shravan. Stay safe there wherever you are. Shravan Sen with a comprehensive update, viewers, of what's going on with regards to the war, with regards to the talks and the negotiations, and also, like he said last, with the influx of perhaps private fighters or fighters that have no necessarily real relation to this war who have been brought in. And so Shravan Sen will bring you more updates. Viewers, we'll be tracking this very closely, the Ukraine war.